Okay, just got this all done. Wire wheeled the entire inside of it. Got it nice and smooth. Got it all cleaned up. So when we go to put the gasket on, we'll dab some gasket sealer. Probably like every 2 or 3 holes just to hold the gasket in place. And then when we go to put it on, it'll be much like the like you're putting a wheel on a truck. One corner first, opposite, then that corner, and then it should be square enough to where you can get the rest in there. Okay, we're up underneath. This is the old oil filter. I haven't had a chance to, I'll inspect it when I get it out, but it just, yeah, it has 2 bolts, you see right there, and one on the other side. They're 9/16. You can get them out with a wrench. I can't because I have this loader frame in the way, so I have to use a socket with a universal joint because the way this comes out, you can't just put an extension on it and get on it. So when I get this out, I'm not going to put the new one in right away because, as you can see, I'm still working on this gasket, and this keeps getting in my way. So I'm just going to take this out real quick, finish off this gasket, and then put the new one in. All right, got the old pump off. You can see it there. I need to move this screw over to here. But when you pull this off, you have these 2 bolts, like I said, and then this slides off a shaft that's coming down with a drive gear on it. And what that does is this sleeve, let's see if I can focus a little bit better. This sleeve goes on top of it and it turns. And that drive gear has a gear that is runs off a gear on the camshaft. Everything's run by gears in this motor. There's no sensors or anything. Everything's mechanically driven, which is probably why it's still running after 55 years. Or I should say, not in a junkyard after 55 years. But you see, you have the same thing. It's a hex head. You just pull it off and move it over. I don't know how tricky it's going to be because you can see that has a hex head in it too. So you're going to have to get that lined up when you slide that back on that shaft on that drive gear. But yeah, so that's the new oil pump. And this is the old one. You can see it actually does have some gunk in there. I might take this apart after we're done here just to see what it looks like on the inside. You take this screen off and there's just 4 bolts that hold that together. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get this on there. Alright, there's the gear that I'm talking about. You see the shaft comes down and the gear up there runs on a gear right there on the camshaft. And that's an X head, and you have to get that lined up. And that's what we're going to do. I didn't film that, guys. Sorry, there was no good way to record that with me laying under here, but all I did was I spun the oil pump until that shaft, the sleeve slid on that shaft coming down, and then just maneuvered it around and tightened up the 2 bolts. That's all there is to it. And there was no good way to film that because I'm so low to the ground. So, but yeah, got the gasket all off. I'm going to hit that with grit of sandpaper real quick just to make sure it's clean. And I'm going to get the next step is getting the gasket on the oil pan and getting the oil pan on here. Okay. Sorry about if there's a little bit of noise. I got the wood burner going and fans on right now. I have a form a gasket sealant. So this is all clean and smoothed out. So what we're going to do is, or at least what I'm going to do, if I can get this open. There we go. I'm going to go around and I'm going to just squirt a little bit of this in between each hole, and I have a disposable glove on. I'm going to just smooth it out a little bit, just ever so slightly. That way when I put this gasket on, that's right there, it'll stay on and it'll be a lot easier instead of trying to put this like on the bottom of the motor or something. So okay. Yeah, a dab will do you on this. So some people may think I went overboard a little bit, but I don't ever intend, nor when the duration I use this as a working tractor and when it's eventually going to be a show tractor, do I intend on taking this engine apart again. So, all right. Get this glove off. And it's always nice to have disposable gloves for stuff like that, so nothing on my fingers. All right, here's the new gasket from Steiner Tractor in Michigan. If you ever need anything for any antique tractors, that's who you need to go to. They got them for Ford, John Deere, International, Farmall, you name it. So, and make sure you put this gasket on the right way. I have put gaskets on the wrong way before and it sucks. So, this. Yeah. Man, that stuff smears. So it sticks. All right. Now when I put this on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the four corners first, then start from the outsides and just work my way in. Just get them all run up, and then you tighten them up once you can get them all threaded. Because this gasket will probably shift a little bit, so you want to make sure you got all the bolts at least started before you raunch them down and crush this gasket against the bottom of the block. All right, please excuse the mess on this floor. I wasn't going to sweep any of it up until I completely finished underneath here. Thankfully, this is the last step. So, all right. Got one bolt in my hand. Oh yeah. Pretty sure it goes lip first, then up. Yep. Where you at, damn it? Kind of difficult to get lined up. And see, the gasket moved a little bit. This is really kind of a two-person job if you can get somebody to help you. No, I got it. Okay. So that's one. All right. Just snug that up. Alrighty, that's that. We are done underneath this tractor. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Next one's probably going to be that cylinder head and head gasket. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project. Bye.